Listen up, Black Mirror fans. If you haven't watched Bandersnatch yet, then avert your eyes and cover your ears as there are spoilers ahead for the interactive film which launched on Netflix December 28th. In a recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Black Mirror creator and writer Charlie Brooker explained that making Bandersnatch, which took 2 years to come to fruition, was like making 4 episodes of the sci-fi anthology series at once. As a result, the forthcoming 5th season of the Emmy Award-winning series has been pushed back. According to Brooker, "We knew going into it that it would be difficult and challenging and more complicated than a normal film that we would do. Even then, we underestimated. As the story expanded, I like to say that the story got longer and it got wider, so the whole thing started expanding a bit like an inflatable life raft in a small room." Netflix has confirmed that the 5th season of Black Mirror will drop in 2019, but no official premiere date or episode count has been revealed. Meanwhile, the choose-your-own-adventure-style movie Bandersnatch is a standalone film and is actually separate from Season 5. For his part, Brooker assumed going into the project that the movie would be like making 2 episodes of Black Mirror. It wasn't until the lead up to launch that Brooker instead compared that number to 4. A lot of that is because literally the tools that we needed to create it didn't exist at the start, so we were learning as we went, he says. There was quite a bit of trial and error of learning what would and wouldn't work. Because you have to learn a whole new way of editing. It's not like editing a standard film where you can often rearrange scenes or cut things. In some respects, you have more freedom because you have so many different stories that you can be telling, but then you are restricted in new ways. There's a whole new language you have to learn, and on top of that, you have to write and film so much more. Additionally, Brooker and Annabelle Jones have also been working on the episodes for Season 5. In fact, the idea for Bandersnatch came out of a story idea meeting for the new batch of episodes. "We knew going into it that this would impact our time, but it hasn't stopped us from doing other films," says Brooker, of working on other episodes simultaneously. "I think it's fair to say that it took us more time and effort than we had initially anticipated." Brooker and Jones typically choose to keep the themes, genres, and topics that will feature in the new season a mystery, but Brooker has suggested that Will Poulter's Bandersnatch character Colin Rittman could turn up in the 5th season of the anthology series. Ostensibly, he could go on forever because he's both dead and not dead, Brooker says. "I like the idea that he could show up anywhere. I could see him popping up in San Junipero or running around in White Bear." For her part, Jones explains that her biggest challenge on Bandersnatch was creating a cohesive world that had multiple endings that could all coexist for the protagonist, Stefan, so viewers stayed emotionally engaged with him. "There's so much content, and not reflected in the content is the craftsmanship and what you have to take out to make the world exist, or feel as if it does exist in one cohesive world," she says. So it did take an enormous amount of time, and as a result, then Season 5 sort of gets shifted back a little bit. But this is such a huge, interesting new opportunity for Netflix that we're a part of, and there's so much fun to be had with it. That's one thing that I hope people take away from it. I just hope that you enjoy the experience. To read more on this story, head to THR.com. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Lindsay Rodriguez.